가상화폐 대장주 비트코인이 다시 급등하며 역대 최고점을 향해 진격하고 있습니다. 미 가상화폐 거래소 코인베이스에 따르면 비트코인 한 개당 가격은 24시간 전보다 7.27% 급등한 66,876달러에 거래됐다고 밝혔는데요. 비트코인 가격이 66,000달러에 오른 것은 2021년 11월 이후 처음입니다. 지난 1월 11일 거래를 시작한 상장 지수펀드 ETF-로에 견조한 자금 유입이 지속적으로 비트코인의 상승을 이끌고 있다고 분석이 됩니다. 이런 가운데 제이미 다이먼 JP모간 최고 경영자가 비트코인에 대해 투자 권리는 인정하나 결국은 반짝 인기몰이 후 사라질 것이라고 비판했습니다. CNBC와의 인터뷰에서 다이먼은 비트코인을 팻록이라 부른다면서 투자 가치가 없다고 강조했습니다. 지난 2021년 비트코인 가격이 정점을 찍을 당시에도 가치가 없다며 비관론을 유지해온 다이먼은 이날 CNBC 인터뷰에서 이번이 비트코인을 언급하는 마지막 인터뷰이길 바란다고 말했는데요. 이에 대해 앤서니 스카라무치가 CNBC 방송에 나와 제이미 다이먼 발언에 대한 의견과 비트코인 향후 전망에 대해 의견을 내놓았는데 인터뷰 내용을 한번 들어보시겠습니다.
Right now, Anthony Scaramucci, founder and managing partner of Skybridge Capital. It's great to have you on the broadcast this morning, Anthony. Let's just take on the Jamie Dimon comments first. I'm so curious what your reaction was to that.
Listen, Andrew, he's one of the smartest people in financial services, if not the smartest. So I enjoy listening to him, and I always try to factor in what he's saying. The economy does feel very strong. I don't see how the Fed, though, doesn't cut rates eventually because of the deficit spending problem that the U.S. is facing. And I think those rate cuts will save the economy from going into recession. But, Jamie's a very smart guy. He's smarter than me. And so I always listen to him. Of course, I'm at intellectual odds with him related to Bitcoin. But listen, anytime he speaks, I listen. He's one of the few people, including yourself, that I have on my Google alert.
God bless you. Well, let me ask you this. You just mentioned Bitcoin. He is at odds with you on that subject. I'm not going to say he's been right about Bitcoin. He's probably been wrong about Bitcoin. He might have been right about actually the economy thus far, because he did say that he didn't think there were going to be interest rate cuts coming so quickly. And on that score, he has been 100% correct. On Bitcoin, he's been a lot less correct. We're looking at $56,925 on Bitcoin. We're now, about a month and a half, 2 months after these exchange-traded funds have been up and running and approved. Sort of walk through the math of where you think this all goes.
Well, I mean, the first thing I would say, though, and, because I know Jamie does listen to your show, hopefully he catches this segment, I would just ask him to please do more homework, because people like Paul Tudor Jones or Stan Druckenmiller or somebody like Larry Fink, who's actually done the homework, were perhaps negative on Bitcoin prior to doing the homework. Andrew, it's a one-way ticket towards Bitcoin if you actually do the homework to fully understand the asset. But specifically, if you look at the last 14 years, you usually get a quadruple after a halving. And so Bitcoin right now is trading 57,000. I'm not sure where it'll be on or about April 20th when the halving actually takes place. But let's say it's at 50,000. That would imply over 18 months from the halving a $200,000 Bitcoin price. So the price is going up primarily because there's not a lot of supply out there. And yet you're seeing these Bitcoin ETFs coming into the marketplace with 12 to 14 times what's available in terms of what the network is producing every single day. And so that's why you're seeing this price squeeze. And of course, you do have people that don't believe in Bitcoin that are short Bitcoin. And so they're getting wrecked right now. And I think that's the combination of why you're seeing such great price appreciation.
We were talking to Mike Novogratz, I don't know, I think it was
2 weeks.
About a week and a half ago. And he did make the argument that this is obviously, it's going to go higher, likely to go higher. Also said he could see a retreat before it goes higher. Where are you on that? Because I think there are a lot of people, frankly, who missed the bus this time round. They felt they were burned the first time round or the second or third time round. How do you see the trading pattern here?
Again, as I've been humbled by life, I've been humbled by markets, humbled by politics. So When I make these predictions, I'm often wrong, but I do feel it's going higher. It's very hard to figure this stuff out in the short term, but I'll leave you with this thought. If gold is a $16 trillion asset and Bitcoin has a lot of the same properties as gold, and I would make a case that it's better than gold because it's easier to move around, it should trade to at least half of that. It's at that $1 trillion right now, and so that would be an 8x. And again, that's from now until 2030. So I can't predict the near term, Andrew, but this is something that we put on in October of 2020. I've got a lot of railroad tracks on my back as a result of putting this on. I mean, I'm happy to report to you guys that our fund has done very well. I mean, past performance is not indicative of future performance, but the last 18 months for Skybridge have been very good as a result of staying in this. And I think this is a big lesson to investors. If you do the homework, even if you're wrong short term, stay in something and you'll likely be rewarded if you've got the thing right on fundamentals.
앤서니 스카라무치의 인터뷰 내용처럼 비트코인의 방향을 파악하는 것은 매우 어렵습니다. 하지만 올해 4월로 예상되는 반감기와 지난달부터 미국 시장에서 거래를 시작한 비트코인 ETF로부터 유입세가 최근 급격히 늘어난 점과 미국 대선에서 코인 시장에 대한 의미가 강조되는 만큼 당분간은 비트코인의 상승은 계속될 것이라고 생각합니다. 하지만 이런 연일 상승 뉴스에도 투자 전략을 제대로 세우지 못하면 세력들에 끌려다니며 돈을 벌지 못하는 상황이 올 수도 있는데요.
그래서 구독자분들을 위해 제가 책을 준비했는데요. 실제로 이 책은 현재 인터넷에서 판매되고 있는 책이며 무려 3만 원대에 판매가 되고 있습니다. 제가 여러분께 이 책을 무료로 나눠드리는 이유는요. 이 책을 통해서 많은 구독자분들에게 조금이나마 투자에 도움이 되셨으면 하는 마음에 준비했고 제가 직접 구매를 했기 때문에 전액 무료로 우리 구독자 한 분 한 분께 나눠드리면서 채널을 키우기 위해서 투자를 하는 것입니다. 010-5886-4840으로 구독이라고 문자를 보내주시면 한 분 한 분 빠짐없이 모든 분께 책을 무료로 제공해드리겠습니다. 내가 의지만 있다면 암호화폐 투자 전문가의 전략과 노하우를 무료로 배워볼 수 있는 좋은 기회이니 이 혜택을 모든 분이 누리시고 앞으로도 제 채널을 많이 사랑해 주셨으면 좋겠습니다. 010-5886-4840으로 구독이라고 문자를 보내주시고 무려 정가 3만 원이 넘는 이 책을 무료로 받아가셔서 구독자분들이 투자하는데 큰 도움이 되셨으면 좋겠습니다. 지금까지 시청해 주셔서 감사합니다. 구독과 좋아요, 알람 설정 부탁드립니다.